The Milky Way, our cosmic home, is a faint, ethereal ribbon draped across the night sky. The common image is a beautiful, serene, and stable spiral disk. But if you could look with the all-seeing eye of astrophysics, you would realize this home is a structure of violence, shaped by unseen forces and governed by a colossal predator. The first truth you must accept is this: the Milky Way is an illusion. All the brilliant stars, colorful nebulae, and planets you know account for only a tiny fraction of the galaxy's total mass. In fact, over 90% of the Milky Way is made up of dark matter, a mysterious entity that we cannot see, touch, and which barely interacts with normal matter. We are floating, flying, and orbiting within a huge invisible halo, a ghost structure that without it would have seen all the stars and gas flung out into space long ago. Dark matter is the invisible scaffolding that prevents everything from being torn apart by centrifugal force. Its existence is one of the greatest mysteries, making the Milky Way a galaxy governed by rules we are only beginning to grasp. If dark matter is the skeleton, then the supermassive black hole at the center is the powerful heart. Every orbital path, every movement of gas and stars in the galaxy leads to a single point, Sagittarius A asterisk. This black hole has a mass over 4 million times that of the Sun, yet occupies a space smaller than Mercury's orbit. Currently, Sagittarius A asterisk is dormant, only occasionally flaring with X-rays when an unlucky gas cloud or star is pulled toward its event horizon. However, scientists have found evidence suggesting that in the distant past, our galaxy's core once burned fiercely like a quasar, one of the universe's brightest entities. This energy outburst may have illuminated the entire galaxy and left behind enormous signatures like the Fermi bubbles, two colossal gamma-ray lobes extending tens of thousands of light-years above and below the galactic disk. This is also a galaxy of constant violence. The Milky Way is not isolated. It is a cosmic predator. Over its billions of years of existence, it has relentlessly ripped apart and absorbed countless smaller dwarf galaxies. The evidence lies in the stellar streams, faint, elongated ribbons of stars that are the remnants of dwarf galaxies that have been stretched and assimilated by the Milky Way's tidal forces. Currently, we are witnessing this process happening to the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy and even the Magellanic Clouds, satellites slowly being elongated and melting into the main galactic structure. Our home is built from the ashes of other worlds. The Milky Way is not a serene, flat disk. It is a continuously spinning machine of terrifying velocity, and this leads to incredible truths about our own motion. Let's start with the most staggering fact about your motion right now. Our solar system is flying at over 828,000 kilometers per hour around the galactic center. To visualize this, that speed is more than 20 times that of a commercial jet. Yet the galaxy is so vast and the orbit so long, at that speed, for the Sun to complete just one revolution, one galactic year, it takes 225 million years. If we used this cycle as a calendar, the Sun has only completed about 20 orbits since it formed. The last time Earth was in this orbital position, dinosaurs had not yet emerged. The stillness we feel on Earth is a complete illusion, as our entire planetary system is being swept along in a colossal cosmic dance. Surprisingly, the Milky Way does not rotate as you might expect. According to Newtonian physics, stars farther from the galactic center should orbit slower, much like the outer planets of the solar system. But stars on the Milky Way's outer edge orbit almost as quickly as those near the center. This flat rotation curve is the clearest evidence for the existence of dark matter. Without the extra gravity from this unseen matter, the outer stars would have been flung out of the galaxy by centrifugal force. Furthermore, the Milky Way's structure is far from perfect. Our galactic disk is not an absolute flat plane. It is warped, bending up on one side and down on the other, forming a gentle wave. This warp may be caused by the uneven gravitational influence of nearby dwarf satellite galaxies or large clumps of dark matter pulling and twisting the structure. This warp and wobble show that the Milky Way is not a stable rotating disk, but a dynamic structure, constantly changing, influenced by gravitational forces from its surroundings. However, the most dramatic event awaits on the horizon: the prophecy of a fateful collision. The Milky Way is not alone in space. It belongs to a collection of galaxies called the Local Group. Our biggest rival in this group is the Andromeda Galaxy, M31, located about 2.5 million light-years away. And Andromeda is speeding straight toward us at about 110 kilometers per second. In approximately 4.5 billion years, these two massive spiral galaxies will collide and merge to form one larger elliptical supergalaxy, which scientists have nicknamed Milkomeda. Although the probability of direct stellar collisions is extremely low due to the vast distances between stars, the shape of both galaxies will be completely distorted, their spiral arms torn apart, and their entire architecture rearranged in a gravitational dance lasting billions of years. The complexity of the Milky Way lies not only in its massive scale, but also in its smaller elements, from the orphan stars being expelled to the truth about our own existence. Even stars are not guaranteed safety. Occasionally, a single star or a binary star system passes too close to the supermassive black hole Sagittarius A*. The immense gravitational interaction can cause one star to be pulled in, while the other is flung out of the galaxy at a speed exceeding escape velocity, over 500 kilometers per second. These stars are called hypervelocity stars. They are orphan stars, drifting into the cold darkness of intergalactic space, never to return. They are clear evidence of the underlying violence occurring at the Milky Way's core. However, despite its perceived danger and chaos, the Milky Way has a relatively safe area for life to thrive. Just as a planet needs to be in the Goldilocks zone, habitable zone, of its star, the Milky Way also has a galactic habitable zone. This zone lies at an optimal distance from the center, not too close to avoid the intense gamma-ray and X-ray radiation from the core and overly frequent supernova explosions, and not too far, as the outer regions are often metal-poor, lacking the heavy elements necessary to form rocky planets like Earth. Fortunately, our solar system is nestled within this safe and stable region, in a quiet minor spiral arm known as the Orion Spur, far from the turmoil of the major spiral arms. Ironically, violent death is a prerequisite for life. Most of the heavy elements that make up the Earth and our bodies, such as the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen you breathe, were forged deep within the cores of giant stars and scattered into space through supernova explosions. Supernova are not just ends, they are cosmic storms, distributing the raw materials to form the next generation of stars, planets, and life. Interstellar dust, seemingly lifeless, is filled with complex organic compounds, the chemical precursors to life. Life is not an accident, but the inevitable result of the galaxy's continuous cycle of matter recycling. Finally, No matter how vast the Milky Way is, we only see a small part of it. Even on the darkest night, we can only see a hazy band of light, which is merely the thickest slice of the galactic disk. We are looking at the galaxy from the inside, like standing in a forest and trying to map the entire forest floor. Billions of stars are obscured by dust, and hundreds of dwarf galaxies being torn apart remain invisible. The Milky Way is our home, but its mystery is endless, and the journey of discovery continues.